And we'll start with Colleen.
Okay. So I did have a couple updates that I wanted to bring in. So we've got the law library, and we kind of had an idea that some of that might look a little bigger later. Part of it has been the technology of getting the networking done for it. So currently we had approved 5,000, I believe. Let me stop here. We had approved 5,000 for it. We're sitting at $361 over, and I know there's still some additional going on. So I asked Randy to come and add. Okay, so this is on top of what we are expecting. So it looks like we're going to need about $4,000 additional approved. So it'll be a $9,000. You probably better go $95,000 or $10,000.
I went strong on all that stuff, so it might not be quite that much, but I didn't want to leave it short.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Can you hear that, Dave?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
My question is what the additional expenses are for.
Okay, we got paint left, Dave, and I got the trim, like for the doors and the base and stuff, and then door hardware, the doorknobs and such, the locking doorknobs, and then the carpet is about $2,500.
Carpet for that room, $2,500.
Well, actually, the bid came in at $2,375. I padded it $100 because I got that about 3 months ago, and it may go up just a bit. Everything else seems to be creeping up a little bit. So.
Okay.
I'd had the guy in Kellogg come over and look at it. I can call somebody else and get another bid, but he's the only one I knew in the valley.
Yeah.
I think with our
same company that did the treasurer's office.
Now, treasurer's office had, I believe, carpet one come over from Coeur d'Alene.
I think we can get a couple more bids
I'd be
in
happy
time to see.
That just seems pretty high for that square footage.
Small, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's get a couple more bids.
You got it.
That.
Yeah, that doesn't stop us from approving an amount today, but we just we want to go ahead and get some more bids on the carpet.
Okay. So, current is $5,000 approved with the expenses, and I'm not sure. I believe there will still be a couple other invoices from BJ to finish up the networking, and we have already split some of that between his DP budget and the library expenses. So that has already pulled out some of what he has charged for it and shifted it into his budget. So I believe there's a little bit more, but I'm not sure exactly how much left from BJ.
But it sounds like if we had and we knew this was going to happen, we knew we were only getting it partly done. If we had another 5,000 approved and we're careful with these bids on carpet and that, we could probably get the job done.
Yeah, the only other thing I didn't get an estimate from George to come back in and finish the electrical trim. He has to come in and put in the connections and the plugs and stuff and the receptacles, but it shouldn't be much. I could call him and ask him for an estimate. I should have done that yesterday.
Well, Madam Chair, if it's appropriate, I would make a motion that we go ahead and increase the spending to finish the project to $10,000 from the original $5,000.
I'll second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other discussion or anything that we need to do on that?
I don't think so. I do we have any leftovers still in the first round of that 800,000?
Yes.
Okay. And so we're not into that. We're just on the LATCF.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, this was approved solely through the LATCF.
Okay.
That's lettuce, Madam Chairman.
Yes, thank you. Our lettuce fund, not the Slurpee.
No Slurpee.
Okay, and we still have the furniture for that room as well, but we'll wait till our projects are done and see. We've done quite a bit of searching for the best deal, and I think we've got where we're at. So we'll just wait for the okay on this finish, and then we'll take a look.
Okay, so we're not talking furniture today then?
Well, do we want to talk furniture?
Sure, we
Okay.
can.
Let me grab my quotes here.
But we have a motion on the floor, so do you want to go ahead and vote on that?
All in favor? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Aye.
Aye. Grab that.
Okay. So we have enough covered now enough approved to cover the physical construction. So now where are we with the furniture that you're mentioning?
So Tammy had brought in a bid for furniture, and the meeting concluded with find additional options and go out and find additional options and see what we can do for that. So her bid was an ask of $4,000, so about $3,200 to $3,400 on the desk and chairs, and then shipping and handling on top of it.
Right. So in the meantime, we did some research for the exact same size and dimensions. Checked into the used, which couldn't find any matching sets. And even their quote on new was higher than what I found. I found on Uline, we could get around $1,750 for both the desks. The shipping was $257, which came to around $2,007 total.
And that's just for the desks.
So how much do we need to cover the chairs?
I don't know that she had chairs in particular. She said she'd prefer to sit in them to know what they are, but just what I've been finding with chairs, a pretty decent one, $250. I've found good chairs, and our counselor just ordered one for around $150. So
I think $150 would be adequate.
Okay.
And then maybe if we could find them for less, then even better.
Okay.
So that's $2,300.
Yeah.
Well, two desks and two chairs. So is $2,000 for both desks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'd need $300 for chairs. So yeah, 23.
Because the desks were $875 a piece.
Okay.
And then $257 in shipping and handling, and Randy's going to put them together to save us the costs of assembly.
So shouldn't have taxes.
And we looked at a place in Spokane. They were going to charge $500 and some to assemble, plus the shipping. And so yeah, this was the best we could get for the size we need.
Okay. I would suggest that we do $2,400 to cover shipping and handling on the chairs. So $2,000 plus a little for the desks, and then the $150 per chair, so $300 plus a little extra for shipping and handling to make sure those are covered on the chairs. So $2,400 would do 2 desks, 2 chairs, shipping and handling, with Randy putting them together if that seems appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds. Are you ready for a motion, Madam Chair?
I am.
I would motion, since all we're doing is approving a limit, I would motion that we set an allowance of $2,500 to take care of furnishings for the new office space that we're creating.
Okay, I will second.
And I'm prepared to vote whenever you're ready.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Finish the notes. Okay. I was hoping they would come over. So next one, I would like to ask for your consideration. I don't believe we would need it, but I think it will give us a stronger application for the balconies through the Historic Society. So again, met with the Planning and Zoning and Wallace City. They're all on board. We just want to make sure that there's no financial responsibility through them, but they're all on board to make this happen. So to give us that extra cash bonus, I would like to ask to commit, if required, $2,000 for the repairs on the balconies. And just to kind of lay that out, we have $7,500 from the Idaho Heritage Trust already, and I'm applying for $9,500 through the Historic Society. So that would give us $17,500 to do the balcony repairs. And so far we have somebody that's going to do it for that in theory. So right now it's just doing the application. Then we have to move into the actual going out to bid and getting the project completed. So that is just a set aside to bolster the grant application, but also in case we need $2,000 for the repairs on the two balconies.
Okay. I don't see a problem with it. Do you, Mr. Dose?
No, I would motion that we set aside $2,000 for the repairs of the balcony.
I guess a little discussion, sorry to interrupt and add to that. And I guess the question would be, which fund do you want that to come out of? We are discussing the LATCF, but would you like me to come back on an SLF? Do you want it under Slurpee or lettuce? So I guess before you find
How much do we have left on that Slurpee?
There is quite a bit.
Okay.
Definitely more than 5,000. I think we're at about 100,000 left still.
I would motion we use the Slurpee.
Can we do that today since we're talking LATCF and it was not an agenda addition? Do we need to come back to it at a different meeting?
Boy.
Well, yeah. Why don't we put that on next week's agenda? Does that sound reasonable to discuss for the Slurpee?
I withdraw my motion.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Any more discussion on that one?
Nope. That should do it. Oh, Father. And I have another one, but I think it needs to go to next week as well. Another CSN bill for the jail. So yes, never mind. Let's put that on next week because that would be under a Slurpee money.
Okay.
Let's see. Authors. Okay. That's all I had on my list other than say we're moving along. I've got some projects being reviewed on whether or not they're complete or not, that will put money, they're expected to be complete, but we'll put money back into the fund so we can bolster that back up over the $3 million again. So it's looking really good to get that back up over $3 million by end of first quarter.
Good.
Thank you, Madam.
Yes.
Madam Grant Lady.
Keep up the work. Did we do okay on the... I'll talk to you later on that one. I guess it's not LATCF, but another grant we're looking at. Okay. Any public comment?
On the balcony. 2018 Heritage Trust gave the county $7,500, and Heckler Mining Company was going to put some in too. So it never got done.
Couldn't find a contractor to come out and do it because of the historic and the masonry aspect of it.
And I also seen that was only good until 2020 with Heritage Trust.
I believe that as well, and I went back out to see if we could extend that, and it was too late. But in having the historic architect come out from the trust, she reached out and they had set that aside. So they didn't withdraw it, they just put it into a, we're sure they're using it.
And Heckler's not interested in this project.
I did not know that we had received money from Hecla.
I
or
don't
a
think you
commitment
received
from
it, I
Hecla.
think they committed to it. Yeah.
Right. So I haven't reached out to them.
I can give you the minutes of the meeting that shows Heckler was going to.
Yeah, that, maybe a little bit.
Get a little pressure on her, maybe we can get a little more done with it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Anything else?
Not for me.
Okay. Randy, we're all good?
Okay.
Okay, I will adjourn the meeting.